Hey y'all, it's SheRea, what's up? Back with another video. If you are new here and you've never seen my face, but you like my face, definitely be sure to subscribe so you can stick around and give this video a thumbs up. A like goes such a long way to support my channel. It lets YouTube know that you want to see more content like this. Today we're going to be talking about the lessons I learned since my major cut. If you are new here and you don't know, I did do a mini chop back in January 2022. Honestly, I don't know how much was cut off, but I do know that that cut took me back to my big chop length back in 2019. So this is what my hair looked like a year ago. You know, it's nice and cute. I had a cute shape. It was just much shorter. And this is what my hair looks like today, a few months after the 1 year mark. It took me a while to come and do this video. I wanted to make sure my hair was cute. I wanted to have a cute little twist out to match the twist out that I did in that video. I'm not going to talk a lot about what I did or what I didn't do because I've talked about that so much on my channel. Y'all know what I do to my hair. I did do a 3-month update that I will link right here so you can see the progress that I made, the things that I talked about in that video. But I do the same things, right? I keep the same regimen. I pre-poo, I cleanse, I deep condition and style. That is pretty much what I do to my hair. I may switch up a few things, but that is the baseline of what I do to my hair. Over the last year, I just switched up one major thing, and that I started incorporating heat back in December. I'm not going to talk about my heat journey right now just because I feel like it's been a short time. It's only been a few months, and I'm not truly sure how my hair has improved or worsened since introducing more heat to my regimen, but that is the major change. I use heat on my hair now, and I won't say that I was against heat or not in support of using heat. I had severe heat damage many years ago and I never recovered from that. I was definitely traumatized by that, so I stayed away from heat, but now I use my Repair consistently. I wash my hair every 2 weeks. I use my Repair twice a month, and we're gonna see what happens, y'all. We're gonna see what happens. But let's talk about lessons. This isn't a lesson because I already knew this, but I was reminded and I further realize that hair grows back regardless of what setback happens, how many times I have to chop. One thing about hair, unless you are sick, your hair is going to grow back despite what you're going through, despite the challenges that you may face. Hair will grow back as long as you take care of it. You find a regimen that works for you, your hair will flourish. It takes patience, it takes understanding, but it's going to happen. When it comes to my hair, I think what has allowed me to retain the most length and just get the results that I wanted is that I minded my business and I did what the hell I wanted to do with my hair, right? There's a lot of chitter chatter about what certain influencers do to our hair, what we don't do to our hair. I had to tune that out and just do what was best for my hair, not following trends, not following people disagreeing with me in the comments, not responding to shade. It was focusing on me and my hair, the things that I know work, the things I know don't work, and I kept it pushing. I didn't worry about who said this and who was doing no oils and butters and who was doing mousse only this and who was doing this and that. I stuck to what I know and love, and that is always what I'm going to do because my hair flourishes when I drink water and mind my business, okay? And that's just period. When I talked to y'all over a year ago, I stressed the importance of finding a good stylist, linking up with a stylist that match your vibe, that you could philosophically align with when it comes to your hair care beliefs and practices, and I still believe that. But since then, I've kind of adjusted my expectations as well as adjusted how I truly feel about that. I still stand by the fact that as much as I love and appreciate DIY hair care, I need a stylist to make sure I stay on top of my ends. When I do my own trims, I don't trim off nearly enough. I don't know what the heck I am doing. I can leave unevenness. I want to have a shape. So I need a stylist to help me do that personally. I'm not saying every single person does need a stylist, but I do need a stylist, especially because I have fine breakage prone hair, so I have to stay on top of my ends, and that's why I try to go to a stylist every 3 months to get my ends looked at. However, what I've learned though is that it's hard to find a good stylist. Just know that the disrespect and the disregard that I have received and experienced offline is enough to pop off online, but I just choose not to. So instead, I finally, after much trial, error, struggle, setbacks, baby, I'm talking inches, setback, okay? I have found an amazing stylist who aligns with me and my hair care routine and practices. Sis be using that grease, sis be using oils, sis be layering up those leave-ins. She's heavy-handed. We love a heavy-handed queen. That's why social media is an interesting place, because social media isn't real, right? And it's not a representation of what happens in the salon. I've gone to some stylists where on Instagram, their work looks impeccable. Their clients, their hair looks shiny, it looks healthy, it looks luscious. And then I actually go to the salon and I see people's hair and I see my hair and I realize it's just smoke and mirrors. So even though I do recommend to people to find folks on Instagram, it's not like Instagram isn't always what it's cut out to be. So really, if you're looking for a good stylist, I would recommend try to find a stylist based on a recommendation of a friend or family member. That's really the only guaranteed way. And even so, it can still go left. I just find that if someone recommends somebody, you're more likely than not likely to have a decent or a good experience. I said all of that to say that I still think it's important to find a stylist, but I can't disregard or undervalue how hard and difficult it is to find a stylist. There's a lot of exploitation of Black women when it comes to Black hair care and styling as well, and it's hard. I do want to say that even though I did my mini chop in January 2022, I've created a new timeline for myself. I'm going to base my hair growth and my length retention from October 2022. That's when I received a blunt cut from a stylist. So I'm going to base any growth or retention from that point. So the next time we talk about hair growth and length retention, just remember we're working from a new timeline. And I want to underscore this because I had a comment recently from someone that said, I've been following for years and your hair hasn't been growing. And it's like, have you actually been following? Have you actually been watching the content? Because I've been really transparent about what has happened with my hair. My chop back in January of last year. I've showed you every salon visit. You've seen how I started in the salon and how I left the salon. I've been pretty transparent about my entire journey. So if my hair is not pleasing to you, the length is not pleasing to you, then you haven't been following. Because despite all the crap that I've gone through, I still have a lot of hair. So that's your problem, not mine. Another lesson I had to learn, and I knew this, but I kept questioning myself, right? I kept questioning my knowledge and my ability. But I'm an expert on my hair. I don't care how well read or well studied or how many years someone has been a stylist. They don't know more about my hair than I do. Sure, they may know more about hair generally. They definitely see a lot more heads than I ever will in my own lifetime. Someone that I meet for 2 hours every 3 months will never know more about me and my hair than I do. So I encourage all of you to become experts on your hair. Worry about what works for you and what doesn't work for you. If your hair doesn't like oils, don't use oils. If your hair needs oil, then use oil. If your hair prefers gel over mousse, then use gel over mousse. Don't worry about what's trending, what's popular, what your favorite YouTuber creator is doing. Do what works best for you. And don't let anyone, not even a stylist, not even your favorite stylist, tell you that what you're doing at home is wrong if you know it's working for you. What I've also learned is that fresh ends is the ultimate flex. Honestly, y'all, like this fullness that I have to my hair, usually, you know, when I big chop, my hair will be full because the ends are fresh. And as I've grown it out and I wasn't maintaining my ends, my hair got thinner. I thought it was because my hair was longer. And what I learned is that no, I just had major split ends and thinning on my ends that made my hair look thin. I don't have naturally full thick hair. I have very fine hair. I have more medium density, but to maintain that baseline, that medium density baseline, I have to make sure my ends are fresh. That doesn't mean that my ends need to be blunt, but they need to be fresh. All of the split ends and thinning has to be gone to allow me to have fullness from roots to tips. Like my hair is full from roots to tips, and even though it's been 2 months since my last trim, I've been able to maintain my ends by taking care of my hair, so my hair still maintains its fullness, its density, because I have really fresh ends. When it comes to those of us who have fine or thin hair, we may think that our hair will always look flat or fine or thin, and that may or may not be true, right? Some of us have lower density than others. I'm not going to pretend that I know everyone's situation, but what I can say is that having neater ends, fresher ends, just makes your hair look fuller. I've gotten a lot of comments about my hair looking thick and full, and yes, I've been doing some other things to my hair, but most of the heavy lifting is a trim and a shape. All the heavy lifting, 85%, goes to just having fresh ends, having a clean shape where all the curls just sit so it looks nice, full, and healthy. So if you're holding on to dead ends and dead things, girl, let that thing go. Just let it go. Just let it go, babe. Something else I had to learn is that heat isn't the devil. I talked about this earlier in the video, but since December, I started using heat every 2 weeks on my hair, and my hair looks good. My hair is soft. I'm 5 days out from wash day, and my hair is still soft, almost too soft that my twist out almost ain't hold because my hair is so soft. But a lot of body held me down. But I learned that heat isn't the devil, and actually my hair prefers heat, which is weird because I spent years staying away from heat, right? I think I spent 5 years using no heat at all since my heat damage, and now I'm using heat so often. I'm like, girl, you were crazy, because my hair loves heat. My hair likes being stretched. It likes being stretched. I have less single strand knots. I think that I have less breakage. My ends are intact more. I swore by air drying for a long time, and even though I will still air dry every now and again, I just prefer heat styling, just keeping my hair as stretched as possible. And also, just because I have fine strands, I find that my hair doesn't tangle around itself as much because my ends are stretched. Right now, I have a little bit more shrinkage because I went ham with my mousse and my stylers because I wanted to have a defined twist out. But usually I just like stretching my hair. I'm putting my hair in some braids with a product that has little water just to keep my ends as stretched as possible. And I have less single strand knots and less breakage. I like keeping my roots stretched. I like keeping everything stretched as much as possible. And again, I don't want to talk too much about my heat regimen just because I want to solidify it. I don't want to just talk on my ass. I want to make sure that I'm giving y'all really good information and kind of the pros and cons, highs and lows. And it's only been a few months, but I'll definitely report back in the future. But for now, I am definitely a heat styling type of natural. It is my preference, and if that changes, I'll definitely let you know. I hope that there's no more struggle for me. I've hopped off the struggle bus and I'm on the yacht of success. It's smooth sailing from here on out. That is my hope for my hair. If y'all have any questions or comments or concerns, definitely let me know. I think that's all I want to talk about today. I mean, there's just so much to say, but if there's any particular topic that you want me to expound on or explain or further delve into, definitely let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you the best on your journey, and happy growing and retaining to us all. Be well, y'all. Peace.